This is the Pen Stylus, a stylus for your Samsung tablets and more. Inside the packaging, we are greeted to some dongles or tips, whatever they're called. I don't really know what they're called. Ooh, they're in like this vacuum packed plastic, and they are all in with this hard plastic too to prevent them from actually bending. That is nice. We also got ourselves a lifetime warranty, the pin instructions, a metal ring right here that is meant for pulling out the stylus tips, and the stylus. Oh, that feels interesting. It is a textured pen with a flat side and has a decent amount of weight to it. That is interesting. And there's nothing else underneath. That is a lot of devices that it says it works with. And it says it might work with my tablet. Also, somehow it works with Wacom. How? Now, if we want to remove the tips, we can use this metal ring, grab the end of it, squeeze, and pull. And that's it. Now we got ourselves a removed dongle, or tip, whatever you want to call it. So I brought out my tablet here, and we're gonna try it out to see how well it works. All right, so we got ourselves our canvas. This thing is not on, not Bluetooth, or nothing. I just pulled this out of the box, and I just launched the drawing app. So, putting pressure on the screen, oh my gosh, it can actually see I'm holding this about a 1/4 inch off the tablet, and it can detect where I am. Okay, that is really cool. Now comes the main thing. Can it draw? I'm letting it slide across the screen. It's not doing anything, but let's put a little pressure on it. Oh my gosh, there is no way. That is so cool. It has pressure sensitivity. I have never been able to buy a pen that actually had pressure sensitivity that was not meant for the brand. That is so cool. I can make this line very, very thin. It does require a constant bit of pressure. You can't just let it glide across your screen. But if you're like a heavy drawer like I am, oh my gosh. Look at how smooth this is. I'm trying to find any hiccups to when using it. The delay is not that bad. Now it does, on an angle, have some struggles with putting lines down. As you can see here, I am pushing down. But if I'm vertical, then it works just fine. My guess is that's to press the sensor somewhere inside this pen. I'm curious if me taking it out earlier kind of messed it up. Let's see, I'm gonna take it out. We're gonna see if that worked. Okay, I think that fixed it. I don't think I had pushed it in all the way. So I pressed it all the way in, used that thing to remove it and reinstall it. Let's see, drawing a simple boxed car. Now it's not gonna be 100% perfect compared to like, let's say the S Pen or anything, but if you're a heavy drawer, it will capture most of your inputs. I'm realizing now when drawing this car that it doesn't capture 100% of my inputs. I have to draw more vertical, which if you already draw vertical, then you're pretty much fine. If you're very deliberate and you push down right at the start and go down, then you're pretty much fine. But if you have a light touch and then you go into it, then it does have a bit of a streak. So that is something to know. But one thing I forgot, this has an eraser on the bottom. Does it actually? That is hilarious. There is no way. The eraser works. How is this a thing? As you see here, I just made this big blue blob, and this is the eraser side, and I'm able to erase it. Oh my gosh, this eraser is actually spot on. Now, of course, this is a big bottom, so you need to be careful with that, but it actually responds since the entire thing is able to press. Now, as you can hear, it does make a bit of noise, which it doesn't bother me, but as you can hear, now this tablet supports S Pen. My phone doesn't. Let's see if it's able to work on my phone. Nope, not at all. So you gotta make sure, if you're gonna do this for a Samsung tablet or Samsung device, that it supports an S Pen. So if it supports an S Pen, you're more than likely to work with this. But this is just remarkable. For me, this works really nice. I'm able to draw without any issues. Again, probably because I am heavy-handed when drawing compared to when I draw that. I have to do a lot of thumbnail sketching, so this right here fits really nicely, and it feels like something I would not be afraid to break. Well, let me phrase that. I don't feel like this is something that I'd be afraid that it would break on me. One other thing about this pen is it has a ridiculously strong magnet. Oh, first you gotta get something that's actually magnetable. Let's get this. Like I was messing around with this pen and it's just attached to my stuff. Like as you can see, I can pick this thing up with it and it's not even fully on. If I try doing that with the S Pen, I stuck it on here. The S Pen, it can't, no matter how slow I go, I can't pick this thing up. But this thing right here, I can yank this thing up and it will just stay attached. How did I just do that? This is an amazing pen. I didn't even know it had that strong of a magnet. I think it works real nice, straight out of the box. All around, a solid pen that I would recommend to anybody that wants to draw if their device can support it. This is all around an amazing V pen.